So for the past few weeks, we have been on first sight translation, then we went to note taking, shadowing, and now consecutive interpretation. Okay, I know we had a class on consecutive interpretation within the week. I sent 2 videos just to prepare us for the mistakes to avoid when we start the consecutive interpretation today. All right, I'm sure you must have gone through the video. This class is going to be a practical class for you. I
Okay.
sent, I just did give an expo. I sent the content of what we had to do today in the group. So if you went through it, fine. But if you didn't go through it, it's all good. It doesn't really, it's not really a big deal. I just want everybody to just have an idea of what you were doing. Okay, so the link I sent is the speech that we'll be doing our consecutive interpreting on. So please get your pen and paper where you are so you can
Okay.
take notes. All right, so I'll be reading it in French. What I expect you to do while I'm reading is to use the skills we've learned during the note taking class to take notes. When you're taking notes, of course, you're taking notes of the important parts of the speech. Almost everything is important though, but I'm just giving you tidbits. So when I'm done, you will now be the one to say it in English. Tell me, that's give the speech now in English. You'll be assuming the position of the first person. So you would be speaking as if you are the one who was giving the speech, but this time in English. So if I said I, for example, you will still say I. You will not say he or she. It also has a video content, but I will not do that one. I want to just go at a speed that will be okay. Later on, when you click on it, you see télécharger le video. That's the real video of this speech. You can now use the video to practice yourself if you want to.
Right.
Ok, on y va. L'océan est le fondement de la vie. Il fournit l'air que nous respirons et la nourriture que nous mangeons. Il régule notre climat et notre météo. L'océan est le plus grand réservoir de biodiversité de notre planète. Ces ressources soutiennent les communautés, la prospérité et la santé humaine dans le monde entier. L'humanité compte sur l'océan. Mais l'océan peut-il compter sur nous? Nous devrions être le meilleur ami de l'océan. Mais en ce moment, l'humanité est son pire ennemi. Le changement climatique induit par l'homme réchauffe notre planète, perturbe les conditions météorologiques et les courants océaniques et altère les écosystèmes marins et les espaces qui y vivent. La biodiversité marine est menacée par la surpêche, la surexploitation et l'acidification des océans. Plus d'un tiers des stocks de poissons sont pêchés à des niveaux non durables et nous polluons nos eaux côtières avec des produits chimiques, des plastiques et des déchets humains. Mais la journée mondiale des océans de cette année nous rappelle que les marées changent. L'année dernière, nous avons adopté un objectif mondial ambitieux de conservation et de gestion de 30% des terres et des zones marines et côtières d'ici 2030, ainsi qu'un accord historique sur les subventions à la pêche. Lors de la conférence des Nations Unies sur les océans à Lisbonne, le monde a convenu de faire pression pour une action océanique plus positive. Un accord mondial juridiquement contraignant pour mettre fin à la pollution plastique est en cours de négociation. Et en mars, les pays ont signé le traité historique sur la haute mer, sur la convention et l'utilisation durable de la biodiversité marine dans les zones situées au-delà de la juridiction nationale. Réaliser la grande promesse de ces initiatives nécessite un engagement collectif. L'objectif de développement durable 14. Conserver et utiliser durablement les ressources de l'océan est en jeu. En cette journée mondiale des océans, continuons à pousser pour l'action. Aujourd'hui et chaque jour, donnons la priorité à l'océan. Merci.
The ocean is the origin of life. The humanity depends on the ocean for a living. And also the ocean depends on the humanity. But the humans are enemy to the ocean. And because of human-made pollution, they throw plastics there, then throw garbages in the ocean, and this tend to change the pollution of the sea, changes the ecosystem. There's a climate change because of the activities of humans against the ocean. Pollution like dumping of refuse, plastics, all this contributed to the pollution of the ocean. And I think they said because of these activities of human, the ecosystem is changed, and also that 30%, I think, what did he say, even say? 30% of I didn't get that all of them, but I know that is it that 30% of what we humans need come from the ocean. And there is there is a day for World Climate Day, which is 7th of, I think I got 7th of July.
Okay.
So, and there is an agreement, rather, as in world agreement to be UN, I think the UN Ocean Day. I think there is a UN Ocean Day.
Yes, there is.
Yeah, UN Ocean Day, I think is on the 7th of July. And
It was called World Oceans Day.
The World Oceans Day, yes. And they are saying that there's an agreement they are going to sign. I think it's in 2030 for sustainable, to sustain the ocean or something like that.
Okay.
So, but what I understood is that ocean is part of our life, but we are human beings, humanity, are enemy to the ocean due to our activities, pollution and all whatnot. And all this in turn change the climate.
Okay.
So I think the UN is on that World Ocean Day, they are going to sign an accord for sustainable is it maintenance of our I don't know,
Sustainable Development Goal 14.
Yes, 14th, yes. Numero 14, yes, I got something like that.
Okay.
So so there is going to be a convention about that. So that's all what I got.
Okay. That's perfect. All right, so let me just give my response on your interpretation. First, at least 90% of what you said is correct. The only thing that you missed out are a few dates and numbers. Of
Okay.
course, you can next time when you are doing it again, you now take notes. Any number you hear, you take it. Then, if for example you did
Mm,
not hear the end of the number, like I know I said
mm,
2030, sustainable development
mm,
goal to 2030, you can just
yes.
give an estimate. If I said 1948, you can say around 90, around the 90s. If I
Mm,
said uh maybe 30, let's say I gave 39%. Let's assume I gave 39%, and you just heard 30. You didn't hear the end. You can say
mm.
about 30% or above 30%. Okay? Just so that you can at least
Okay.
pass the information. It's okay for you to do that as long as you're not doing it throughout the text. If you just missed
Mm,
one thing because the person was speaking fast or because you're trying to take notes, then you have to number three, you have to emit nuances like I think, and all the
mm.
laughter you were doing in between. You
Okay.
have to assume that you are in a real life situation. As me, you did not put all those laughter and mannerisms. It would have come out very well,
Mm,
very very well.
okay.
Mm?
All right.
So please
Okay.
send a snapshot of what you wrote, the things you jotted down. I'll need that. You can snap it now and send it to the group. Please do that now. Then
Is I did I did in French, so
it
I
doesn't
didn't.
matter. You're supposed to even do it in French. That's correct. It doesn't matter whether it is correct or not. I want to just have a proof that you wrote it down.
Let me
Remember, I
snap it.
said when you are doing your note taking, you do it in the language you are hearing. The person is speaking English, you
Okay.
take it in, because if
It's
you
true.
are,
I was just doing. I thought I thought it's in English,
no, that
in
will be,
French.
that means you'll be translating it and taking notes, and distraction will be too much. You'll be doing three things at the same time. So to avoid doing all of that and be stressed out, it's just best you take it in what the language you are hearing. Then when you are now
Okay.
interpreting it, you will now start doing the conversion to another language orally. It's easier that way. Okay, so now can you do it again without the laughter, the when you are tempted to say just keep quiet, because I also had that situation. Okay, when I was learning French years ago, when you say it cuts the
Sorry.
person's thoughts. It's like when you are somebody's listening to you and you just pause the person's brain. That's how it feels like. So most people don't cannot relate to what you are saying when you put those mannerisms inside your speech. Okay, so take it again.
The ocean is the origin of life.
Good.
Human Humans need the ocean, and the ocean needs humans.
Okay.
But humanity is an enemy to the ocean in the sense that they pollute the ocean
Okay.
through they pollute the ocean through their activities, human activities like throwing garbage and plastics that are decomposable.
Okay.
And these human activities in turn tends to change the ecosystem of the world. And that is what results to climate change. About 30% of what humans need come from the ocean. And because of these activities, the United Nations have marked 7th of July to be the World Ocean Day.
Okay.
Where men, countries gather to discuss how to sanitize the ocean,
Okay.
and make the world a better place.
Good.
And also to discuss how to sustain life in the ocean. And this is what they tend to achieve. As
Okay.
in a sustainable development goal, and that should be in 2030. That's the aim of the convention too,
Okay.
to achieve a sustainable development goal,
Okay.
and also to know how to discuss about climate change, how this pollution affects our climate and the
Okay.
entire world.
Okay. Okay. This is much better. Although it's still a bit slow, but it is way much better than the previous one. You know, whenever you do things like, you try and imagine you are the one listening to your own self, will you be able to connect to what you are listening to? You understand?
Okay.
So I tried to imagine that I was in a conference and I don't understand what the other person had said because I don't understand French, and I'm listening to you. So in a way, I know that okay, you got the information right, but you're just a bit shaky. Okay, so are you done?
I did not get all of them.
It's not everything you are going to get. It's the key points.
I think you were a bit fast.
Yes. All right, Miss Blessing, are you ready?
The whole text, right?
Yes, you are just interpreting the oral parts. You know, I posted a recording of everything in the group.
Yes.
So you are doing it. You have taken notes. I assume you've taken notes already. So you are rendering what you took as a note in consecutive interpretation.
Okay. Okay. All right, ma. The ocean is the ocean is the origin of life. It also produces air for us that we breathe, and also produces food for us to eat. It regulates our climate and weather. The ocean is a very big it's a very big reservoir, and has brought diversity to our planet. Resources from the ocean the resources from the ocean has brought prosperity and also brought good health to
Sorry to
humans.
interrupt you here. Are you doing side translation?
Yes, ma. I listened to your audio, but I didn't finish everything. So I'm also taking from the notes you
No.
sent.
No, this is not side translation because I'm looking at the original text and I see that you are following the same progression. It is consecutive
Yes.
interpretation. The time you had when Uju was speaking, like when you joined now, when she was speaking till now, was enough time for you to play the audio, listen, and quickly take some notes.
Yes, ma. I
So it's
did.
your notes you're going to be interpreting, or if you're not able to take down any notes, you can interpret. I don't want to say summarize or explain, because if I say summarize, you have to remove a lot of information. You have to pass the same thing you heard without using the exact words, because if you're using the exact, we'll be doing the same thing. You have to pass the information in English without using the word for word, um without taking the word, lifting the word from the text. Like I'm seeing using the same words from the text. If I didn't give any text and I given an audio, you will not be able to find the words again. So it's your own words that you took down that you use.
Okay, ma. Okay, let me do that. I didn't take everything, but I just took a few.
Okay.
So the ocean is a source of life,
Mhm.
and the ocean also produces air for us to breathe and also food for us to eat. The ocean is a very big, has brought a great contribution to the earth.
Okay.
Ocean affects our climate in different ways. The ocean has a lot of great produce and contributes to human existence as a result of what it produces, like food from the ocean. But that's what I was able to take note of.
Okay, I'm here with you.
Okay. So, that's where I stopped in my notes taking.
Okay. I don't know if I should give the correction, but what Uju did was the correct thing. The only difference is that the delivery was a bit shaky. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
As I mentioned before, you avoid things like natural things that we say when we are talking with someone who is familiar with us, like you say and all those pauses. I've forgotten the word is called. Then you take notes of dates, time, numbers, addresses, their phone numbers. You take note of them, and where you have such information being given but you are not able to capture the exact number, you can say around or about so number. Okay. Also, when you have a name, try and make sure you get the first name. If they said Sally or Saiti, and of course Saiti is not a common name, maybe you're not even from this part of the world, you might not be able to get it at the first hearing. You can just say Sally. And what
Okay.
else? Try and start well and finish well. One of the most important things about interpretation is your pace. You don't allow your listener to suspect that you missed any information, so you have to exude a confidence that even you yourself will not know that you made a mistake. Your confidence level has to be high, so even when you are making a mistake or you made a mistake, you just try to give the information that will be useful to that person at that particular time. Okay. Things like maybe you want to say life and you forgot to end the sentence with life, but it doesn't affect the whole text, the whole content. You tried not to allow it to shake you, because once you're already shaking, even the one you know will be forgotten. I'm sure you've experienced that when you're taking when you're doing when we're in school, then we're doing what it's called debates. When you are
Yes,
doing this
true.
debating thing in
Yeah.
school, and you've memorized everything from home and you made a mistake, you forget every other thing.
True.
That is how
True.
it is with
True.
interpretation. Once you do those kind of things, and you are now looking a bit fizzled, you start forgetting even the one that you were very sure of. So just try and make sure you make your audience comfortable with what you have said. They've gotten the main points. Nobody is perfect, of course. There's no way you remember everything. Even when you write some things down, you'll be wondering what you even wrote. What did I even write here? You will not be able to even see what you wrote because you wrote it so fast, or you used a particular abbreviation that you're not too familiar with. You just try and end it well, end that sentence well, and go to the next line. Okay. So
Okay, ma.
the ocean is the foundation of human life. It supplies the air we breathe, the food we eat, and also controls the weather and the climate. The ocean is the planet's greatest reservoir of biodiversity. The ocean is human's friend, but is man really the friend of the ocean? The activities of man, such as overfishing, dumping of plastic waste in the sea, and other kinds of trash, including chemicals in the coastal waters, has made the ocean polluted, and this has affected the ocean's biodiversity. The UN, on this day of the World Oceans Day, the UN, the United Nations, is reminding us to change our attitude towards the ocean. In March, some countries agreed to a historic treaty on conserving and sustaining the marine biodiversity for a Sustainable Development Goal 14. On this World Oceans Day, we are reminded to keep pushing for the protection of the ocean. Today and every other day, let's put the ocean first. So this is just the little I could do, and you can actually add more information. Why I did this is just to let you know that this can be the flow you can use. You can use this flow, but the information contained therein could be more than this. I didn't mention Lisbon. I didn't mention the exact date they had the program. I didn't mention the precedents, the program preceding this one. Okay, are we there?
Yes, ma. We're here.
Okay, so please practice with this text again.
Yes, ma.
Record yourself doing the consecutive interpretation and post it in the group. You can do this between today and Wednesday.
Okay, ma.
Next week is, in fact, this week is preparation for simultaneous interpretation, but I'll still encourage us to use it for consecutive, and you would add that of simultaneous interpretation to it too, because if we are still having this shaky presentation now, I don't know how we'll do the simultaneous at all. I'm trying to look for a way to do it without being present physically. I should be able to find a way before the end of the week. That is the last class we will have before our exam. That's the most difficult
Okay, ma.
part of this course. So I wish you all well. Please practice and post. I hope you are not in champions group because they've not done their presentation. Miss Blessing.
Ma, please, I'm sending it. I'm rounding it up. Please, I'll send it. I already started it. I was supposed to have finished it up and sent it.
No
And my, please,
worries.
you said I should
I didn't get you. So this is the end of our class for today. Ensure you do your assignments and see you next week Sunday at our next class. I'll be expecting your assignments between now and Wednesday. Please practice well and take note of the areas I mentioned. If you've missed the previous session, that's 5 mistakes to avoid in consecutive interpretation. Go back to the folder, look for the video and play it again. Okay, so good night and enjoy your new week.
All right, bye. Thank you.
Bye.